Good morning. Can you hear me? Ask other to join, please. Make sure you should all join ASAP. How many peoples? Good morning, Prachi. Vikas, good morning. I can see only less people here. Can you ask other to join? Where are others? Hey Siddharth, good morning. Tushar, good morning. You need some patience and motivation also, so that you have to learn this technology properly. It is not like one or two session you have completed or three session completed and we become a master. We mostly covered very basic things till now, so that at least you should know the basic navigation, basic understanding, and even I will let you know that today also you should know those things. Even I would like to even tell all those information here. So be proactive, be available on time. Even sometimes I'm not able to add this particular session links on uh, early basis, but we mostly try to set here our time here at 10:30 mostly. So try to utilize this time. Money also join here. Very Devesh and Himanshu and other teams. Okay, now I can see some of. Okay, mostly all joined here. So meantime, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Good morning, Seb. So I would like to tell you today very basic information here, but it will help you a lot. Let me know if you have any questions, any query, whatever we can discuss before going further. We almost spent 5 minutes here. No question. Are you able to understand whatever we are discussing? Like if you are spending your valuable time, so at least you should have some basic details. Good morning, Thakur King. Good morning, Mohit Rajput. Let me share my screen here. Hope you are able to see my screen here. Okay. So basically, we know all those information, but as part of our basic must to have information. So let's cover all those points. So today we will cover related to the forms related, the UI related and types information whatever we are having. I will tell you one thing. If you are designing UI information, or what is UI actually? Hope you understand. User interface. Whatever we are providing a user interface to our customer. Suppose we are providing a new forms. So in that particular form, providing one layout. So user should enter some user input. I can define, preference here. So you should know why we required all those information here. Like we are giving some different tabs, summary tab, relationship, different analysis tab, and details also. Why we are providing all those tabs? So I can design different layout. I can design one layout for one department, I can design one different layout for maybe another department, maybe another set of users. So that flexibility we have. I can even design different layout in the different form. I can place different field in the different tab, different section. Those different UI is needed. Why we are defining here different layout? So all those information we will discuss on high level. Okay, so let me just explain you. So core form architecture here, why we are defining different layout, different form. So if we are creating a form, so we are providing a user interface where user can access our form or application either in web, either in tabs or in a mobile. So we can define a different set of forms. It could be a main form, it could be a card form if it is mobile related one. So our form should be automatically adjusted. Adjusted means if we have bigger screen. So it is not like our screen should display in a very small section. Our screen we have to define in such a manner so that it should be adjust automatically based on the screen size. If we have a small screen size, the our form should be automatically adjusted. So that design we are calling responsive UI. Responsive UI, it will automatically adjust based on the device type, based on the device screen. So that screen is called responsive UI. So we try to utilize either it is a web-based application, whatever we are able to see here, that application is developed by Microsoft. Either we are creating a custom application. If we are providing a that level of user interface, it will be more user friendly. So that level of development we have to provide to the end customer, so that our end customer, so it is not like I need to increase the here resolution, sometimes I need to adjust, I need to change some resolution. So it should automatically adjust here. So the main form, power. So when we have to create main form, you understand main form. You have seen many different types of form here. If we have seen, like if we are creating different types of form, so here you can see main form, quick view form, quick create. So these different types of form, when we have to create one form, when we have to create card form, when we are able to display this product, so at least you should have some basic. Most of the candidate I already explained when we have to use those particular one, but I'm explaining all those UI user interface in a detailed level. So the main form power. The main form is primarily interface for user interaction with records data. It support complex layout, business logic, and integrations. So standard interface, rich feature set for the desktop browsers users, unified interface, responsive design that reflows across device, security. It can be, we can provide different level of security in the forms level itself. How we can provide the security even here, even we can provide, enable security role with the help of this particular one. I can even provide this particular form access to different security role as well. So that flexibility I have. So my intention here is our main form, our core logic. In our main form, we can write any JavaScript. I will tell you how. Even most of the developers, how to add this particular, information. Even uh, how we can enable the JavaScript business rule and even the different logic. So in main form, we can even add a different set of action here. So in main form, that is a very important here things you should know. Like in the main form, we can perform different action here. Okay, now let's go into the next uh, place. Quick create. You have seen different type of create. If you want to give this particular, this particular form to one specific security role, or you can enable for everyone. Here you can give, this security role to some specific set of uh, roles here, right? I can disable some of the roles here. I can even provide some specific security role, like I can enable this particular form to the salesperson only and then click here. Okay. Okay. So now we are discussing about quick create form. Now quick create means here quick create optimize for rapid data entry appears as the top right panels to allow users to create record without leaving the current page. Okay. So here we can, okay, let me tell you how, if if we are going to create any record here, especially in the subgrid or any lookup level, even if suppose I'm going to create a new opportunity. So here, this is a quick create form. This particular form is only applicable for quick create. Even suppose I'm here in this particular form, I want to create some quick create information here. I can create some information from here itself, quick create. Even without leaving this existing form, I can open a quick create form here directly. Even from the opportunity contact level, if I want to create a new form here, I can create a here without even leaving the existing form. So what happened earlier, if before this logic comes into the picture, this quick create opportunity, so what we have to create. So here first we have to create either contact in a different tab, and then we have to assign that one. But now we have flexibility, like even without going into the different navigation or different forms, we can create. So suppose what happens, suppose if I'm going to create one opportunity here as a new opportunity, if I'm going to create here, suppose test here, even in this particular quick create form, even if I just want to create a new contact here directly, test test, and let's see. I can even create from there. Even a quick create, I can create even without, because if I'm going to leave this particular page, I don't want to, save this record. So I have to create contact first, then I need to create a opportunity. But with this particular quick create opportunity, this flexibility, I can create from here directly. No need to go any other place. So these types of flexibility we have with the help of quick create. But this particular form is utilized only for creating the record, not editing the any information. We cannot open this quick create form in edit mode. Edit mode means, what is the meaning of edit form? Suppose I have created one record. So first time if I'm creating, that is the create event. If I'm opening this particular record, it means I'm editing this record. So I cannot open this particular record in a quick view, quick create form. So that quick create form is for creating a record only. Understood? I hope it's clear for everyone. Any doubt? Yeah, so related to that relationship, user interface, UI. Yeah, UI means user interface. Okay, so I hope it's clear for everyone. Let's quickly wrap it. So likewise, quick view. Quick view is nothing. Read only, component that display data from a related record lookup directly on the current form. If I want to display some of the information related to this particular contact information, so what suppose I want to see some additional detail based on this particular lookup field. So what I have to do, I have to click here, I have to open it, and I can see all the related information. But even if I have to, so because in lookup record or lookup one, we have limitation, I can see only the name related information here. Whatever we are having information in the name, we can display here. But if I need to showcase some additional information with the help of this lookup value, so I have flexibility, I can display even some additional information with this particular associated with this particular record. So I can showcase all those information with the help of quick view form. So whatever we are selecting here, based on this selected record, I can display other information as well. So that flexibility we have here. Quick create and card related information. So designed for mobiles view, read only, summarize, ideal, uh, here deals display information. So we can display in the mobile related. If we have to export some, forms or some information in the mobiles level, so we can design our information or our UI based on this card form. So card form means if we have to create something, we can create a card form here and we can expose it, right? I hope it's clear. Form component. So if we are creating a form, so we have tabs, we have sections, we have controls. So it means tabs means high level horizontal containers for grouping related logic. So tabs, you already seen all those information, like we have summary, we have relationship analysis, we have codes, we have products. So we can grouping all those information. So whatever information we frequently or user frequently use, we can create a summary tab, and user whatever they have to do more attention related to some of the set of fields, so we can adjust all those fields in a default tab, and we can set it, it will expand it as a default tab, and we can add all those information here in the summary tab itself. So we can group and we can adjust and we can divide all those fields in a different tabs. So tabbing section, and even in a tab we may have different set of fields like bank information, personal information, maybe address related information we can define there. So we can summarize, even we can group all those similar fields related information in a different section, and we can provide a better UI. Controls, like controls, what we have different types of input parameters. Input parameters means like user can enter their information here, so they can even use this input parameter here. Input parameters here means user can enter some information and they can save those information. So whatever standard input, PCF control, even the visual subgrids, so whatever we are able to see here, these are the input control here. It could be a text field, it could be a lookup field, it could be a option set, it could be a drop down, it could be a here subgrid. So all those controls here we can maintain under the form components. Hopefully you got it. So sections, maybe we can, in the section also we can format different column layout. In the section also we can do the different layout. So we can design our UI form component. Okay, so we can check here when we have to create and which particular form we have to showcase here. So form component matrix here. So if features, if we have to give edit permission, so main form we can do the full control, we can give full read or write permission, but editability we can give only create only permission. We can open any record in a edit mode in quick create, but quick view form only available in the read only mode. You cannot edit, you cannot change anything in the quick view form. Logic support, so business rule you can define in the main form. Scripting, you can write different level of script and you can add it to the form, and you can define even different business rules here. So all things whatever we are doing here, all are supported in the main forms, but in quick create form rules and scriptings are applicable, not in the BPF. And even the quick view form, no business rule you can apply, no scripting, no even BPF, nothing you can apply in the quick view form. Placement, so here you can define main form as a full screen, and you can even adjust, you can open that particular main form in a separate window as well. You have that full control, but in the quick create form you can define this particular form in a right hand side, left hand side, or middle of the screen. You can define, like you can open that particular form in a full screen, like here this is a, either it is a right hand side or left hand side or middle of the screen. You cannot open this form as complete screen layout, so that other component whatever you are opening, you that those are not visible. That is the standard rules here. So side panel overlay, nested component. So suppose if you have to display some information with the help of quick view form. So here, if you are displaying this particular contact, so you can place maybe in subsequent place. Suppose you need to display some contact related information here or here, there. So whatever you are selecting here, all those information, associated information, we can place next to this particular form. Placement is done. Visibility, security role based, we can enable disable this particular main form. And global enable, you cannot control this quick create form, like you have to enable and disable based on the role base. Even quick view form also you cannot control that one. Okay, So here to the next screen here, responsive, reflow logic. So desktop view, we can define our different layout here for desktop view, and here four column layout we can display, and even the mobile related information we can define. So that level of flexibility we have whenever we are designing our form here. So optimizing quick entry. So what is the benefit here? So if we are creating a quick create form, so quick create forms are, virtual for user adoption by limiting the number of fields, for reducing, conservative load and complexity. So what we have to do here, if suppose if we are creating a quick create form, so we have to increase the number of fields in the quick create form. So the minimal set of fields we are adding in the quick create form, so that even user can utilize and they can create quickly and they can perform the their subsequent action, and maybe in the edit mode they can add more information. Accessibility, launching from the global plus icon for the subgrid level event itself for quick create form. Business rule, apply real-time logic to validate entry instance. So we can apply that particular business rule even in the quick create form as well. So form performance. So how to optimize or how to increase our form performance here. So our golden rule here is keep scripting minimal and leverage business rules for 80% of the business logic here. So whatever minimal, uh, how we have to optimize, like suppose if we I'm telling, like if we are telling, like we can ask for someone like, hey, you have to do everything uh, in a same time, so you cannot perform that one. So we can prioritize the things, like all those information what is required to load the form, we have to pull all those information first. So we have to suppose if something is related to whatever is not needed first, so we are only loading those information which are needed first. So here what we have to do, we have to minimize our on-load event. So either, and how to optimize that one, that is a separate things, like we can even use our async function here. Sync and async, I will let you know, because if I'm explaining you all those information here, so maybe you may get confused here related to all those functions. But main thing here, you have to understand, keep scripting minimal and leverage business rule for 80% of your UI logic. So your scripting should be minimum here, and you have to write your business rule or business logic in a business rule first. Okay, best design practice here. So tabbed optimization. So first thing is, use the first tab of 90% of daily use fields to minimize vertical scrolling here. So whatever we have to use here, we have to add all those information, whatever we are having 90% of daily use field. So suppose I have, different requirement, like mostly they are performing their action in daily basis, 90% of field, I will keep in a summary field, so that they can even utilize this particular tab instead of clicking, going here and going there. So first they have to fill all those required information here, and then if needed, they can go in a rest place. So you have to optimize and you have to understand the logic here, and what is the tendency, how they are filling the information, so that we can optimize the UI designing. It is not like you have keep here some of the field you are keeping here and here, and even the to save those record. First you have to fill all your required field information even in this particular stage. Maybe if you have different set of field, maybe those are required in different stages, even in the different section itself. It is not like everything you ask to fill in a, even the even to save a record in even the first time. So lookup filter. So lookup filter is nothing like, if suppose we have a number of fields here. A number of fields means, suppose I will just explain you what is the filtering here. Okay, so suppose if I'm giving a very simple example here, country, city, and state. So I have three fields. I need to select three fields. So what happened? Suppose someone given state field here first. So even you have not prioritized anything, like, hey, you have to select that state. And even I have given you flexibility, like you can select state and you can search that. So it's very difficult even to understand, like, if I need to select country, I need to select city, I need to select state. If we have a specific sequence, like I can give state here and I can give city here, and what I have to do, based on the country I can filter state, and based on the state I can filter even the city, so that even user have to identify the very basic information in faster manner. It is not like they have to even without selecting country and state, if I'm going to search any city here, so it's very difficult even. So we have to give proper filtering option, so that we can leverage this particular flexibility. Field mapping. Use Dataverse mapping to automatically pull data from the parents record into the new form. Suppose if we are creating some information, suppose I'm creating a record here, even in the child's level, I'm creating a sub record here. So if some record I'm creating from this parent record, and I'm opening a second subsequent form. So the basic information which are required, it is not like based on this particular form, if I'm setting some value in the opening that window and setting those value, so those information I have to set automatically. It is not like user need to fill those information by default. Whatever information I can set by default, I have to do that automation part for better user friendly system. So set required field, appropriately, and use tooltip for complex business logic here. So here what we have to do, suppose it is, first we have to understand, even if some of the fields are required in different state, it is not like I need to add those fields by default as required. So we need basic understanding in which specific stage those fields are required. Then we can provide the better solution. Hope it's clear. Yeah, you can check even. Yeah, I can define the execution order even. I can even do, and even I can change the even in JavaScript. I can define a synchronous mode. I can define a asynchronous mode. So we'll discuss all those points when we will discuss in the JavaScript section. Okay. So even the best practice we have to follow here, like which particular field, and even to display or giving the better output, we have to display even the tooltip as well. So that is the one thing actually. I just want to give one more information here, so that at least we can cover quickly. We have lot more thing even to discuss, but even we have limited time. Okay, so here, if we are talking about the views and dashboard, so what we have, if we are creating a view, so we have two three information, like for creating a view here, we should have what types of sequence we have to provide here. Suppose first, even here they have to utilize potential customer, territory, status, estimated close date, estimated revenue, whatever is required. We have to have that information, like what set of attribute we need to display in the view level. And the filter criteria means, even if one person is working for different set of information, like uh, they have to perform, even if suppose if I'm working on a service modules, if a user is working only for a specific set of types of case, like for maybe one specific filter condition we have to provide, like a user is working for providing different set of information is working on, and even if some additional action if needed, so we have to move those cases into the different department. So based on different filter condition, we can add our filter condition even in the view levels. Sorting orders. Third condition is sorting order. Sorting orders means, suppose if a record is created into our view, it is not like it will add into the very last level. Our data should be displayed based on our filter criteria or our filter sorting order. It is not like whatever the default logic here is, we have to display. Even we can do the sorting here, but even if default sorting we have to adjust, we have that flexibility, we can perform that logic. And how we can do that, I think you mostly aware that information. Suppose in the view level, if you are doing, so here you can adjust, you can add the columns, even you can modify the columns. Here you can add the columns, even if you want to remove something you can remove from here. And even if you need to add the filter criteria, you can edit the filter criteria, like here we are showing active record. And even if we need to see all the records here, so we can even remove this particular filter criteria as well. And even if we have to display different sorting, so configuration sorting we can do. Even here two types of sorting we can do, either we can do that sorting with whatever sorting available here. So suppose if I want to add some other filter criteria, suppose account number or age, I want to display here. So even I can do the sorting whatever information we are having here in the view level. Before I can see name and or created on only, but I'm able to see now four different record because I have added in the view level itself. Then only we are able to do the sorting. Likewise, we can perform this action. Hope it's clear for everyone. Okay, sorting order. Now view classification, system view. Here we can create different set of views. System views. System views means whatever we are getting from here, we can create, be told like those are the system views here. Even I can create my own views as well. How I can create my own view? You know the personal views, how I can create personal views. You can use the advanced find, and even you can save your personal query, and even you can share those particular views to other person as well. You know how to utilize that capability for saving the personal view. I will let you know. Even the advanced find, have you ever opened the advanced find? Yes or no? Even if no, okay, even we have utilized multiple times. Let me check if I can open that particular one. Switch to classic. So this is the advanced find, we can leverage. So here you can use this one. Meantime, I will explain you. Adobe query you can use with the help of this advanced find here. With the help of fetch XML query. Have you understand fetch XML? What is the use of fetch XML? Let's load this one first. Okay, query engine, fetch XML, structure schema, and professional logic. SQL using non-indexed fields. So here structure schema, let's load first. Okay. So here, suppose I want to load something. I want to check something even in the, this is the, even if I have selected this one, so I can add my column here in this particular one. Suppose I can add multiple fields here. I can add different filter condition here, status equal to active, and I can define my logic. So whatever logic here we have, I can download one fetch XML. So this is very important things that you should know. With the, this is the standard, by default Microsoft is designing a fetch XML. So what it is telling, like in this particular entity, how many fields you have selected and what is the filter criteria. So yesterday I have showcased like the we have utilized one CDS to SQL. So suppose here we have selected, suppose contact entity. So I can write my query here itself. So I want to select all the records from contact where status code equal to active. Zero means active. So I can write my own query. So based on my fetch XML, I can even define my SQL query. So status code equal to zero, and even I want to fetch all those record information only. So even instead of star, I can define my own selected column here with the help of this fetch XML query, and I can define my SQL query as well with the help of this fetch XML. So you can define or you can create this fetch XML. So even if you need to select some specific set of field, you can leverage this particular query here. And you can create your own fetch XML with the help of this fetch advanced find capability. I hope you understand. So all those, whatever we discussed, like this is the fetch XML concept. Like every view is tech, whatever we have selected. Suppose if I have a active contact, all contact, so it is having a standard fetch XML view. So here, suppose I am going to select all active contact here. So I have a this set of filter criteria, or maybe some of the selected field we have. So any view, one view is having a standard set of field here, some specific structure of the fetch XML. So fetch XML, if we are talking about the fetch XML, so we, this is the structural schema here. So here performance logic, Dataverse optimize fetch XML query into SQL using non-indexed field here. So based on our view, whatever selected items we have, so we are utilizing this particular fetch XML query here. Understood? So let's utilize this particular next query here. Data dashboard. So dashboard is nothing like dashboard aggregate multiple data source into a single business hub. They provide real-time KPI for high-level decision making. So suppose some information we need to display to the top level management, so we are displaying all those information into a single place, so that they can even take different set of decisions. Like if they want to see how many leads are open in our system, so they can see the number here. They don't want like why those leads are open, and even they can see like how many leads are open for one specific salesperson. It means if a salesperson is not doing, they may take any action like, hey, do we need to replace this salesperson? Or if a salesperson is performing very well, so maybe they may give some additional benefit to that particular person. Maybe they can provide some additional key benefits here. Likewise, they have to take different set of decision. Even if they want to check the revenue in the next coming quarter, so they can see, hey, n number of leads are or opportunity are laying into the next quarter, and the due date, based on the due date, we can take a decision here. So in the dashboard level, we can take or we can provide a consolidated information, and we can provide a good understanding of how our applications is performing. Security role-based insight we can provide. For instance, I will tell you here optimization filter, non-indexes filter. So even view level, how it looks if we have optimized filter, even if we have added a number of field in the in the filter condition where it is having more text field, more conditions, so it will take some time to load even. So standard fetch, even here, complex multiple line, it will take some more time even to load. So optimization is very important whenever we are defining the view, a custom view. Analytical charts, here we can define those types of information we can provide in the chart level. So view charts, we can have all those information. Now let's discuss, if you have anything, what is the owner or personal view. So personal view, or what is the owner or personal view. So what it mean here, owner, either it is a personal view. Personal view means I have created my own view. I can create my own view. How to create a own view here, I can show you even if that advanced find is open. Okay, so suppose I have defined, suppose I have created some additional field here. I don't want, every times I need to add all those filters. Suppose I have added all those filters, and even I have added some different sorting, and even I have added some other filter as well. So suppose owner is current owner. I want to save it so that I can even uh, active contact my personal active contact. Even I can define here, and I can save it. So next time what to do, what happen, suppose if I'm checking here, so in the save view, it means I have created this particular personal view. Suppose I have created this personal view, I want to share this personal view to some other person as well. So how I can share with someone else? So I can select this one. I can assign the saved view to other person as well, because owner of this particular view is here is Himanshu. Now I want to share this one to another person as well. I can add any person here, and suppose uh, I don't have any other user as of now, but let's see if we can, I can show you. Even I can provide different set of permission, like he can read only this particular, he can write, even he can he modified this particular view, or is there any possibility he can delete it? Even he can assign this particular to some other one, or he can share this particular view or not. We can have that level of control, we can provide that level of permission here. Understood? And we can share it, so that once he is going to check like how many save view I have, so if I have shared with someone, he also can see that particular personal view as well. So in that case, I can save my personal view. Why this personal view is needed? So suppose I am going to create some different set of query. So I can save those query. It is not like every time I need to create those query. But this particular view is visible only for myself only, because I am the owner of this one. If I am going to share this particular view to someone else, he also can view that one. But no other user can, even system administrator also cannot see this particular view, because I have created this one, and I have if I have shared with someone, he also can see. Okay, so hope you have better understanding now related to those UI and the personal view information as well. You can leverage this information maybe, and even if you want to share this information with someone, you can even share this session with other person as well. Okay, hope it's clear. Or do you have any question, anything before leaving for the day? I have some other query. When my phone is ringing, I need to complete my tendency as well. So let's close this call quickly. If you don't have anything, thank you. Thank you, everyone.